Hi, Year 13. Welcome back for round two of our virtual assemblies. We had over 650 watches last time, which is more than the total number of students in the sixth form, which is fantastic. Of course, most of them could easily have been parents, but still, or one person watching it 650 times just to make me really happy. But still, we're pretty pleased with that, and here you are again, so it must be good. Couple of things I want to say just before we launch into the business. One is I'd hoped we might have had some stuff from the government by now. Not that we would have had time to process it in detail, but we could have given you a first response. But as of the moment that I'm recording this, we still don't know more than we knew last week. So they have said that they expect to start to release information on how grading for exams will work this week. So it may be we get something in the next few days, and we'll put out a second email to you if that's the case. But beyond that, and possibly even more importantly, this is a big day for other reasons. Today would have been the very last assembly for Miss Sadiq, who is leaving the school officially tomorrow. It would be her last day if we were in school tomorrow. And it's a big thing for me because Miss Sadiq and I have been at Redcliffe. Well, I've been at Redcliffe longer than 16 years, but we got the sixth form building that we're currently in 16 years ago. And she and I moved into the building together on that first day, and have been obviously working together ever since. And she's been such a precious colleague for me. I know some people sort of got the fierce end of her at times, but she cares so much about what she does and about the students that she supports. She builds such strong relationships with so many people. And those of us who work closely with her see that care and compassion really running through everything she does. And I just wanted to sort of send her off with lots of very kind thoughts from us all. So what I'm going to do is just show you a nice picture of Claire. This is her picture from the staff database, because I've never known a teacher not want to show the picture that's them of the staff database. This is probably from about 14 or 15 years ago, so I'm sure she won't mind. So I'd just like you to project lots of kind thoughts towards Mr. Deek as you meditate on this picture, and then we'll sort of move on with stuff. So here we go. Thank you for that. And Claire, all the best from all of us, and we will miss you hugely. So I'm going to hand straight over to Emma, actually, because she normally has to wait till the end, and I don't see why she should. This is rather an important thing, because I think we all need to be really mindful of our mindset and our attitudes and in the current sort of situation that we're in. So Emma's going to say a little bit about that, and then I'll come back and I'll do a kind of another philosophical ramble, which you can accelerate through if you want to, because her bit's probably more important than mine.
Hey guys, hope you're all okay. Still thinking about you all and hoping that you are keeping safe and that your families are all okay and people that you love. This week's Good Mental Health Tip is about gratitude, and I just wanted to chat a little bit about how important it is to position our hearts to be in a place of gratitude, even when things are scary or weird or we feel anxious. There are loads of things that we can still be thankful for, and that might be on a big global level, like this impact on the environment that this lockdown is having, or the impact on our like social life, which might have been a bit excessive, and now we are able to get more naps and feel a bit more rested. Or there are loads of things to be thankful for. I am really thankful for where I live, because I really like where I live and I'm happy to be here, so I'm thankful for that. I'm really thankful that the internet exists, because imagine if we had no Wi-Fi and couldn't do like Zoom chats and all that kind of stuff. So that's been amazing. I'm really thankful for like a city that is responsive to this kind of crisis. People are helping each other and being community minded, even though we're all in lockdown. So there are loads of things that we can be thankful for, even though obviously I'm not thankful that I don't get to see you all face to face, and I'm not thankful that I can't just go out and do what I want to do and see my friends and travel around the place, and all my plans for Easter got cancelled, but I'm quite thankful that I get reimbursed for that. So see if you can think about the silver lining, see if you can think about things that we can be thankful for, even though this is a weird time. And I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful that I get to work somewhere that I absolutely love, that I get to work with colleagues that I love, and that I get to speak to you guys about how we protect our mental health every week, and I still get to do that even though I don't get to see you face to face. Don't forget that Helen and I are available on email or on Facebook if you want to chat with us. But yeah, still thinking about you guys. Hope you're all okay. And gratitude helps to protect our mental health. So be thankful.
So back to me. A few weeks ago, in what feels now like a galaxy far, far away, I did a Year 13 assembly around how we think ethically. And normally I get to do a follow-up to this. So I wanted to reflect a bit now on how we think about right and wrong, particularly in such a time as this present challenge. My thinking's also been prompted by a sermon I'm having to write for my church this Sunday, which is Palm Sunday, for those of you who follow such things, and for which one of the readings has in it the slightly strange line, Lord, grant us success. And this is only strange because, of course, it begs the question of what counts as success, not just in general terms, but what does success look like in a time of isolation from a virus and from each other? Politicians and medics are counting success in terms of keeping the number of deaths below a particular number. And thank goodness they are. There have been times, and there are still places in the world, where the loss of some vulnerable lives has been considered a price worth paying for what's seen as the more critical success of protecting the economy or winning an election. And that this calculation has even crossed the minds of some in government only goes to show just how far we've gone towards the commodification of success, its primary measurement in terms of economic growth or growth in power. The problem with this kind of notion of success is that it's what mathematicians call a zero-sum game. For every winner, there has to be a loser. In our assembly, we talked about the consequentialist or utilitarian approach to ethics, which treats matters of right and wrong as like a sum, balancing out the positive and negative consequences. I'm not completely trashing utilitarianism as a theory, but the problem with it can be seen most clearly in something like the last two Avengers movies, when Thanos does the sum and quite rightly works out, as Dominic Cummings briefly did, that in the much longer run, humanity would probably be better off if we shed a few people from the universe. And the fact that this strikes us all as callous and unethical, that is why we need the other two dimensions of ethical thought that I talked about, that we respect and value the rights and dignity of each individual, and that we nurture the qualities of character and relationship which enable our personal growth and a flourishing society. It's reassuring that some societies are already challenging the economic model of success and exploring alternative metrics for working out the health of the nation. Back in the 1970s, the small country of Bhutan introduced a measure called gross national happiness to replace gross domestic product, or GDP, including a reference to sustainability, culture, and environmental conservation. In the last year, other countries such as New Zealand have followed suit, replacing GDP with a happiness and well-being index. When we eventually emerge from the economic hammering that we're currently taking, countries are going to have to think long and hard about what success looks like in terms of how and what we rebuild. It is possible that a long-term change of priorities might emerge, and that would be no bad thing. For us as individuals, it's equally important that we don't measure our success by those things which are most easily quantified, or which pit ourselves against each other in a zero-sum game. Wealth, power, popularity, or even exam grades. Of course, we want you to achieve the very best you can, and we understand why that's really important to you. But you must never let your grades determine your value or your worth, or be the measure of your success in life. There are much bigger and more significant things in play. In a time such as our present isolation, some important things are going on. Our character is being tested, and some of us are going to find it hard for completely understandable reasons. But at the same time, there is some evidence, I think, of real growth in character and in kindness across the range of society. and I hope we're all a part of that. And as the things that we normally pursue as the badges of our success are stripped away, it may be that we all face the rare opportunity of finding something deeper than this, some new passion or some inner strength that we wouldn't otherwise have found, and which then becomes the basis of our future growth and fulfillment. So, as Emma said, be thankful for what you can, embrace the challenge to the extent that you can. It does have the capacity to define you more than your A-level results ever will or ever should. So that's it. Have a good holiday. We will see you all on the other side of it.